Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping in and participating in this lesson. In my previous video, I asked what you guys wanted to learn how to draw next, and I had someone say they'd love to learn how to draw a cartoon cat. So today, that's what we're gonna do. So get your pencil, get your paper, get your iPad, whatever you are drawing with today, and let's get to it. Just like we do in all the videos, all the lessons, we're going to start with basic shapes. So our first step is for this cat is going to be the head, and we're going to do basically a rounded off triangle. So we're going to do rounded off triangle, deflated basketball, however you want to look at that. We just got to get that shape there. Okay, and then this guy's going to be looking straight at us. So we're going to go and make our center line up and down, just like we always do, so we know where our middles are. We're going to come across for where we want to place that nose here in just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to actually make this cat sitting. Typically with cats, if they're walking around and they sit, their legs are straight down, their front legs are straight down in front of them, their back legs bend out. So this is going to be unique in how this looks. But the next step we're going to do is draw the body, the shape of the body, and it's kind of going to look like an upside down teardrop. I guess that's the best way to, raindrop, whatever you want to call it. So if we were to do that, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll come back and tweak things afterwards. We always start with a pretty rough sketch to get our shapes in, to figure out where we're drawing all of the details. So we're going to take that center line and bring it down just so it goes down the center of the body there. And now we have our head and our body. Fairly simple, fairly easy. For the next thing, we're going to add down here at the front two little ovals that are almost flat on the bottom. They're going to act as our front paws. Now, on each side of the cat, on the body of the cat, we need to add the back legs in. So you're going to come about halfway up, and you're just going to make another curve out there. Okay, and you're going to do that on both sides. Try and get it as close to symmetrical as you can. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to add just another little bump for the back paws there at the bottom. Okay? So now you have your head, your body, front paws, back legs, back paws. To add the front legs, we're going to follow our center line up almost halfway. Okay? And then you're going to kind of curve that out, make like a V there. And that's not perfect, but gets the idea across. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Now let's add in some other things to make this look more like a cat. Before we get to the facial features, we're going to add some ears. I'm going to be silly and give this cat big ears, but you can do whatever you want with yours. The ears are really just triangles, and we're going to place them on each side of the head. Okay? Big old ears on this cat. Alright? Now, let's get into the nose. Cats are a little bit different in how their noses aren't huge. They actually have fairly small noses when you look at them. It's a cartoon. You can do whatever you want. You could give your cat a nose the size of his face if you wanted to. I'm going to keep this a little bit more on the natural or realistic side. We're going to make an upside down triangle right in the center of those spots where our guidelines cross each other. We got a nose, and then I am going to make a circle here, like a half circle that comes down to the bottom of its head. Okay, just kind of give a shape, guide it there, and then cat's, their, for lack of better words, lips, it kind of looks like a W, a curved W. Okay, and then you could, if you wanted, take that center line all the way up to the nose, but you don't have to do that. That's up to you. We're getting there. We're going to do simple eyes again today. One on each side of that line. We will fill those in later. We are almost done with the base of our cat. So we obviously want to add a tail. You could do that on either side. It's actually going to come out from this. Since the cat is sitting, we're going to bring that tail out from down here. And there you have a basic cat. Now, we're going to come back in. We're going to give this a few more details to make it a little prettier or more fun to look at. What I'm actually going to do is, for me, I'm going to, since I'm doing this digitally in Procreate on my iPad, lighten that layer up and bring in another layer. So, again, I'm going to go through the basic shapes again. We have this kind of curved triangle. Okay, we have two big, I have for the cat's ears, two big triangles on top of that. Okay, an upside down triangle for its nose that's fairly small. A half circle to create its snout area. And then its mouth is going to be like a W. Two simple eyes. Okay, its body, like we said, it's an upside down teardrop, but I'm not going to bring that all the way up into the head since I'm doing a second layer. I don't have to bring that all the way up into the head. We're going to take that center line at the bottom of the feet and bring it up. And then that's just going to kind of go out to each side. We're going to create those paws. Okay. Cat's back legs. And that rear paw. Other back leg and that rear paw. And a tail. Okay, now we get to do the fun things like the whiskers and add what appears to be fur and those types of things to make it even more cat-like. So within the ears, we're actually going to add on the top side a line to give that ear some depth, and then just add a few little dashes in there to make it look. Cats have fur inside their ears. We could fill in its eyes. Give it some eyebrows. Come down on the side here, on the side of each face, and just do like three, almost like you're making a lightning bolt, to give that appearance of fur on the side of its face. Do 4 little dots on its, above its lip, where whiskers come out, or could come out, and then you're going to add in 3 whiskers on each side. Typically, in appearance, the middle one's going to be your longest one. But again, that's personal preference. That's really up to you. We're going to add a little splash of fur here on its chest. We can add some lines on its tail, on its legs, just to give it some pattern. Something on its head, maybe. And there you have a cat. Pretty easy, all in all. Let's get rid of those lines. You would, if you're using pencil and paper, you can go through and erase them. And this lets me look at what I want to tweak a little bit more now that my base lines are gone. I can go through and erase these inside lines along the cat's cheek. Okay, I'm gonna shade in the cat's nose just a little bit. Give it some thicker eyebrows just because I like that. And then I'm gonna give it some lines here that come down to the lines where the legs come up to give that the chest of the cat some appearance. And we're going to shade that in just a little bit. Give some depth there. Lines for the paws. And there you have it. That's a cat. It's simple. It's easy. It's basic shapes, guys. Always. It's basic shapes. We build those shapes together, and then we add our detail on top of that to create what character or animal or whatever it is we're working on to bring it to life. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the content I'm putting out, I would be honored if you liked this video, if you followed my channel, and if you shared this with other people who you think might also appreciate basic beginner drawing tutorials. Let me know what you want to see next time. As always, keep being awesome. Thanks for being here.